Hey, how's it going?
Where in the world do you guys today?
I'm in Dubai.
Dubai. Awesome. Ogo, where are you in the world today? Can you disclose it?
Where am I at today? Today, I am in New York City. I'll actually disclose it for once. Today, I'm in New York City. And what about you, Snapchat? Are you in? Where are you at right now?
I'm in Dubai.
Dubai. Where were you 3 days ago?
Dubai. I got here like a week ago.
Oh. Oh wow. Okay, that's unusual.
All right, should we kick this off?
Okay,
Well,
so
you want
everyone
to
sounds
get
like
us
robots to
going?
me, unfortunately. So it seems like maybe I have like bad reception. So I'm really sorry ahead of time for that.
Well,
So if
we
I
can hear
interrupt
you
any of
really
you or
well.
anything like that, that's totally just because I have god awful reception right now. I'm not sure why. In any case, I think let's get going. Everyone ready?
Yeah, let's
We
do.
can hear you
Um,
really well, Ogle, by the way.
yeah, me too.
I mean, I have no problem at least.
Okay, that's good to know. So at least if I monologue, we'll be good to go.
I have a few questions from the community. The first one I have to ask you, Ogo, could you share some highlights from your experience at Consensus 2024? I see Pony is here as well. Maybe Pony can share as well. But uh, Ogo, how was it? How was Consensus 2024?
Yeah, sure. So consensus was actually fun. Usually it's not, but it was actually fun this time, and it was useful to go to it. So we had loads of meetings with, all the fun people that you hope we would have meetings with if you're an investor in Glue, and there will be announcements coming out from some of those. By the way, sorry if it's loud from all the traffic here. There will be announcements coming out from some of those in the next week, 2, 3, 4 over time. There's really like some pretty cool, like really actually major announcements from some collaborative, some stuff. I really can't go into too much detail, but yeah, so that was cool. I met with loads of people who there's no way for them to partner with us, but there are ways for them to invest with us. And so I have a lot of interest on that side. So whenever the IDO comes, yeah. So met with a lot of people who are interested in investing. So and they're trying to get better deals than the public gets. But as you guys know, that ain't happening. Everyone's getting roughly the same deal with Glue. And then third of all, I'll say that so I had this like a talk, a panel. Oh, it was an interview actually. It wasn't a panel. An interview that was about crypto security related stuff and like hacks and the things that I talk about often. And from what people tell me, and to be fair, most of these people are paid, and so maybe they're telling me, what I want to hear. But from what people tell me, it went well and it was well received. And I can tell you that for sure from that we've gotten loads of inbound interest. I've gotten a lot of Telegram messages and so forth from people who are like, very interested in the topic and then how exactly we're going to be using Glue to tackle some of the problems or using Glue as a prophylactic towards some of the security issues that typically happen in crypto. Yeah, Bell sent some questions here, actually. I just found them. Give me one sec. Okay, here they are. He said, okay, Glue's redesigned website mentions a bug bounty program as part of the Glue Security Fund. Could you elaborate
Hello?
on the need for this program and your vision for how it might be structured?
Yeah. Okay. So for bug bounty stuff, um, we haven't fully designed it out yet. That's going to be a big focus though, because obviously finding those earlier than later is going to be excellent. I'm not sure if you have any specific thoughts around it, Ogle.
No, not really. I mean, I actually don't remember talking about there being a bounty program, and so this is news to me. But I mean, I can see a place where the Glue Security Fund would fit in there. I mean, most of the stuff in the Glue Security Fund, obviously, as some of you already know, is focused on making sure that people are chased after whenever they do bad things, and also making sure that there's stuff being done ahead of time to prevent bad things from happening. So, for example, we're going to be paying for the audits of several different companies as they come onto our platform as a way to make it easier for them to come on there, but also as a way to make it safer for the users, obviously. I can see a world where a bug bounty program fits in really well with that, but I'm not sure if we would do it on the Glue website itself. I mean, there are not great ones out there already. So, for example, Immunify exists, and I don't love it, but it does exist, and people use it. So, from an exposure point of view, that probably would be the route we would go. But yeah, that's kind of my answer right there.
Cool. Sounds good. Do you quickly want to address the website?
Like its existence? Yeah. I mean, is that
Well,
what you mean?
it's new existence. Yes.
Mostly thanks to Panyo working on that with the team behind the scenes. But yeah, so the new glue.net website is up and live now. If you saw it 4 days ago or 3 days ago, it does not look the same. And I just got a message, a Telegram message, like 5 minutes before we came on, from a like a luminary in the space, let's call it, who messaged me and said, "Hey, blah, 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 love chatting at the thing. And by the way, the new website looks awesome." So love getting that feedback. I'm sure we could do a lot better in a lot of ways, but I am very happy with where it landed versus where it was. And hopefully the people that are going there can find the information now, as opposed to it being a one-pager that was mostly outdated. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to have it live. I know it was lots and lots of work for a lot of people. So just like you're saying, like I think it's just so much more up to date as well. So pretty happy to see it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask a question that that Bell sent me. So he said, under what circumstances would someone need to complete a KYC process with Glue?
I don't think currently there is anything that would need KYC. I mean, so all the interaction with Glue itself is of course permissionless, and the hub itself is literally just an integration with the smart contracts. So you could always interact with the smart contracts in a permissionless way. So I don't think there's any plans to need KYC for anything. And I guess there could be stuff like if we introduce a credit card, which I would love to at some point do, that would near certainly need a KYC type thing, just because there would be a third party provider. But that would be really the only thing that popped to mind. So I think there is a conceivable thing where there's some products that would need it, but I don't think we have any imminent plans around that for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I can't think of anything imminent. In terms of things that we've talked about or that we would like to have, there are several third-party things that I think would use that. And I think that if we were to go down the route of on-chain KYC, so some kind of ZK-related thing where there's a binary of whether or not someone is, a U.S. citizen or not, kind of a thing, that would obviously require a third-party KYC. But we at Glue couldn't care less. In some ways, I guess we could care less, but we don't want to know where someone's from and kind of how they got there. It's not super important to us, really. So yeah. Okay, and excuse me. The last question I have here on this list that Bell sent me says, the community is awaiting the token generation event, TGE. Can you share an updated timeline for the TGE and discuss any factors that might influence the timing?
I'll let you run with that one. I know you've been like hustling on that.
Oh, lovely. This is very different. And anyone who's come to these AMAs in the past knows that Snapshot essentially speaks 94% of the time, and then I speak 5% of the time. And then I speak 5%, and then Bell pops in for 1%. But today we're doing this later time zone, and so it's midnight or something for you, I guess, at
like
this point.
So you get.
Oh my God! Really? Yeah. No wonder.
The extra midnight slack.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. You sound much more tired than usual, so that's totally fair. Okay, so TGE stuff. Okay, we've had a lot of discussions with people about this. So on one hand, you have people who are a little pissy because they want us to very quickly do a TGE. On the other hand, there are people who realize that is probably to the detriment of those who are investing, and they're being understanding. Luckily, the latter. There are way more of those than there are the former, and so we haven't had a lot of difficulty with this. But I will say, just to answer the question clearly, we're trying to juggle a few things. So we have all of the promotional stuff is ready. All of much of the press and marketing related things are ready. A lot of the content is ready. Almost all of the tech is ready. I would say at this point, maybe even all of the tech is ready from launching a mainnet point of view. It's pretty much all there. The question now is more of how do you herd the cats into all of them into the same room, and it's not the easiest thing to do to get it right, and so we've been trying to kind of do that. There were a few outstanding questions that were coming up around, for example, centralized exchange related things or IDO platforms, which or whether we would use any of those for the IDO. And I would say most of those questions have been answered, not all of them, but most of them, as of a few days ago. And so we're pushing forward. The best answer I can get and this is after much discussion with Snapshot and the other execs, is that we're shooting for July 20, what did we say? Was it 23 or 20 something? Or the 2 weeks thereafter. So sometime in that arena is what we're shooting for the TGE, if I remember correctly off the top of my head.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and it might move a little bit, but that's, I mean, definitely what we're targeting, what we're trying to get all the promotions and everything kind of like triangulated into.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully that answers the question. I will say this: if you're interested in what we're doing, we do have some, like, we're actually going to start doing this stuff now. All the things that we've been saying, oh, you know, next week, or sorry, in a few weeks or in a couple months or whatever, all of those things are starting now. And so as of, I think, maybe tomorrow, you should be able to go on the glue.net website. And on that website, you'll see now a drop down for white paper. And then you can actually see the white paper. Actually, it's a big deal. And I think whenever you read the white paper itself, or whenever you glance at it and realize it's quite dense and maybe you don't want to read it, you'll see why it took so long for us to make it. But there's been a huge amount of time and effort by a lot of people, sung and unsung, inside of Glue and outside of Glue, to make this thing and to make it make sense and to make it be honest and to make it be clear. And also for those who like the big brain stuff, to make it be big brain. And so hopefully those who look over it enjoy it very much whenever you do go through it. Let us know, obviously, if we have any errors. There are certainly a couple of errors in the version that I've seen as of today, which is why this will be going out tomorrow. But very excited about that. Now, once the white paper comes out, stay tuned. A day or two later, there'll be another announcement. And then stay tuned a day or two later, there'll be another announcement. And we should have a pretty quick cadence starting as of essentially now for all the stuff coming out. So just keep your eyes open.
Yep, it'll be pretty exciting. I think that the website and consensus obviously kind of was the start, and now everything is going to start rolling out.
That's right. That's right. Good deal. Okay, so I think those are the questions that the Bell sent us. If anyone else would like to ask any questions, you're welcome to. I'm not a co-host, so I can't see if you raise your hand or you want to come up.
Ooh, I think I can.
But the other folks can. So just, press the button if you do want to. If no one wants to, which will give you 25 seconds to press the button. If no one wants to, then we'll call it a day. It'll be early and quick this time, unlike usual, and Snapshot will go to bed.
Yeah, also the tech issues. I still have a kind of hardish time to hear you. It kind of keeps breaking up a little bit, so we can keep it a bit shorter.
Really?
But if anyone has
really
questions, now's the time.
Okay, seeing no questions?
No one?
Great. Okay, make our lives easier. So. Good deal. All right, works for me. If you do have questions, go to the Telegram group and ask them as you like. We'll answer them within at least 72 hours or 72 seconds. We'll see. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon. And hopefully next time we won't have these very frustrating tech issues. See ya.
Great. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.